Hi, it's I, Carson, otherwise known as Fawnde. The day is April 4th, 2022. The time is currently 10:02, about to be 10:03 p.m. at night. Today, it's time for our daily, I'll probably upload it tomorrow, honestly, but my daily video diary. I need to turn my music down too. I know you can't hear my music, but I can hear it. I'll turn it down. Hello. Today I'm going to talk. There's a few things I want to talk about. Mostly my experiences last night, and there is an idea that I want to talk about, and the idea is the difference in flesh versus like data, or online virtual reality, whatever you want to call it. The difference in flesh versus the internet. That's more or less the gist of it. Yesterday was Sundays, so there's an important thing I should explain that if I'm not careful, I'll get confused of what you all know versus what I know. And even though I'm making this for myself, I still want anyone watching, not to be super confused or lost. That's not going to help anyone, including myself. And I think talking about it, I think fleshing it out will also help me, realize and understand things I normally wouldn't think about. But the important thing is, starting probably a couple months ago, I guess the first time I went over there was last Thanksgiving, so November. But I didn't start going over there properly until maybe July. Well, I went over there July, and then I went over for Thanksgiving. And then I didn't start coming over properly until probably December, maybe October. But every Sundays, every Sunday, in the morning, I know I talked about it the other day. In the morning, I'll play Dungeons & Dragons, and then every Sunday after Dungeons & Dragons, I'll go about, how far is it? Probably about 20 minutes out of town to one of my friend's house. There's usually about 4 to 7 of us who hang out over there. It changes the amount of people due to people in college. Not everyone can be in town at the same time, But every Sunday I go over there to hang out with them. We do various things. We talk. We never go over there with a plan usually. Usually we just go do whatever, and it has yet to be boring. It's so strange. It's like you don't do anything, and you don't really do anything new most of the time, but it's just always interesting. Like you always have fun. It's just one of those types of things. So I do that every Sunday. So last night, as I mentioned, we were going to go see Morbius. So about 6 o'clock or so, D&D ended. I went on a little bit longer than I expected. It ended, which was really fun, by the way. D&D was really fun yesterday. That ended, and I went over there, and they ended up dilly-dallying around, and we ended up not leaving until about 7, and the movie starts. Well, we left about 6:40, 6:50, somewhere around there, but the movie starts at 7:25, all right? And we're going to the next town over, so that's like a 45-minute drive to the movie theater from where they are. So I'm using my camera that I'm recording with now. Obviously, you can't see it because I'm using it to record myself. I've been carrying that with me these last few times. I've been taking pictures, just recording things. I have hours. I have hours of random footage of us being idiots on there that I'm going to... It takes up a lot of storage. That's a lot of gigabytes worth of stuff. Eventually, I'll move that to somewhere and save it, preserve it. Made some edits, maybe. I like editing footage. That's one of my very few passions that I like, work passions where I enjoy doing it, and it's takes effort. I really enjoy editing stuff. That's why if you look at my channel, you'll see a bunch of really random stuff. Like in the past, you see Nightcore, then you see real life stuff, then you see Minecraft, then you see VR chat, and there's just a bunch of random stuff, and it's not even necessarily good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say I'm a professional. I'm not a professional. Making videos is a hobby for me, and it's one of my favorite hobbies. It's not that they're good, I just really enjoy it. And I'm like the kind of person, even if it's not a good video, a lot of people start judging their videos. Not video, anything. You ask a lot of people who create things, and they'll say, you ask them so how do you feel? Do you feel proud that you made this? Are you happy? And they'll usually tell you something like, no, I just keep seeing problems with it, or I keep seeing flaws, or I think I could have done better, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I'm the opposite. I mean, I see stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but I'm the opposite. I sit there and I'll watch. The reason it takes me so long to edit videos is because I'll rewatch my fucking video like 20 times. So it's just minutes on minutes. I like love watching the stuff I make. Like, I don't know. I make it for myself, and I guess I enjoy it because I made it for myself. You know, and most of the stuff I make too is also a lot of my videos you'll see are more. Some of them are like just actual videos, but mine aren't usually typical videos. They're like more memory based. So a lot of the things you'll see on my channel are like usually edits, different kinds of edits. They're usually music or something, and it's a lot of like random footage from like a certain period, and I use that as like a time capsule for memories, and I just put like a bunch of footage on there and some music, and like maybe the people who were involved, they don't care. If a random person watches it, they probably won't care. But for me, when I watch that, I like relive the memories. So to me, it's like looking at moving pictures more or less. And I also made it myself, so there's like a lot of sentiment there. Anyway, so yeah, I have all that footage on my camera that I plan on probably turning into some stuff. I already made a small video out of it, but I have hours and hours of footage. What was I doing with this? Oh yeah, anyway, we're going to the movie. So there's 6 of us in a 5-seat Jeep. Since I'm the cameraman, I'm like, you know what? I'll get in the back seat. The back seat's best. I can get a view of everyone. Middle's actually probably better for camera, but I didn't care. But I got in the trunk. I got in the trunk, and it's a Jeep. So, and the problem with the Jeep is he has this giant subwoofer in the back of his trunk that takes up like 3/4 of his trunk. So I'm squeezed between this giant subwoofer and the back glass of this trunk, and we are blaring music. Like the citizens in there partying, you know, wow. I'm recording, taking pictures and stuff. Everyone's talking, and we're blaring music, and the subwoofers, and I'm sitting back there between the subwoofers, so I'm like getting blasted in the fucking side, and I can't hear anything. Like I can see people talking, but there's like this wall of noise, just like the subwoofer's going right in my face, where I can't hear anyone. Like I can barely hear anyone. But it was amazing. Like you might think that's bad, but to me that's amazing. I just love existing. To me, life is less about like doing things. It's more just about being alive. Like the fact that I'm breathing and my eyes are working and that I can have the opportunity to have opportunities. That's why I enjoy life so much. Anyway, this is, I guess before I move on to real life versus flesh, I'll keep talking about the night and finish that off. So we're going there. We're going to be late, just about, because, you know, they all screwed around. There's a bunch of random stuff that happened. And we're about to make that on time. So my friend, I don't have data on my phone. I don't keep data on my phone because I don't use my phone. I just don't use it. And so my friend, he left his wallet in a girl's car. So he doesn't have his wallet, but he has his phone. So it's a tradition for me to get Little Caesars Italian cheesy bread when I go up there, because it's like, I love Italian cheesy bread from Little Caesars, and we don't have one in my town. So every time I go up there, I'll get it. And I also don't like it with veggies. So since I don't like veggies on it, they have to cook it fresh. So it usually takes between like 8 to 12 minutes. And we're already running late, so we can't stop there and then order this and then wait. So my friend calls it up on his phone with the fucking subwoofer. I'm on the phone with the pizza lady. I'd like a cheesy... I'm in the fucking back, okay? And they finally turned the subwoofer off so I can actually talk to her. And so I ordered her up, and, you know, all good. So we get there, we stop by Little Caesars, and boom, they got the cheesy bread. But the problem is, the movie starts at 7:25, and it's already 7:30, just about. So we all jump back in. I'm running. I jump in the trunk, slam it shut, and we all take off. We get to movie theaters. We get there on time. I owed one of my friends some money, and also the friend who drive gas is so expensive, he wanted us to pay gas. So I ended up covering. Also, my other friend didn't have his wallet, so I ended up paying for like 4 tickets. One of them paid me back, but you know, so I paid for all that. But during that time, since I had to do all this, I had to be up there to pay. So that means I didn't have much time between doing what I needed to do, paying, and then going inside. What I needed to do was I got 2 boxes of Little Caesars cheesy bread. By the way, they used to be like $4.99. It used to be like $10, maybe $8 to $10 to order 2 of them. Now it's fucking $12.26. They're up in the prices. It's nonsense. They're up in the prices, and I hate it. Okay, they're ruining my favorite dish. They're ruining my favorite food. Anyway, it's worth it. But the problem is, a long time ago, I tried to sneak some cheesy bread in using like little Ziploc bags, and I put them in my pockets, and it was like really nasty. And this was like years ago, but it's a tradition for me to get little. It's like a tradition. All my friends know it's a tradition. Every time I go to the movies, I want to get Little Caesar cheesy bread. So this is what we did. So I made this plan. I'm wearing the jacket right now. Oh, my bad. Hold on, my backpack's over here. So I was wearing this jacket, and it's like it's zipped up. It's like kind of puffy. What I did is I got this Bob Marley backpack that's super thin, and I got these Ziploc bags, and I because I didn't have much time, so I was like, it was burning my hands. I was like burning my hands, grabbing this Little Caesar cheesy bread out of the box, shoving it into a Ziploc bag, then put it in here. And I was like, had my shirt off. I was like, okay, I'm putting this on. So I put this on my back, and I'm like, okay, put my jacket on me. I'm telling one of my friends, put my jacket on me. He puts my jacket on me. So this is inside my jacket. So imagine like it was inside my jacket, and you could not tell. You could not tell I had a backpack on with something in it at all. It just looked like I was wearing a puffy jacket. And let me tell you, motherfuckers, that was one of the proudest moments of my life. That might sound ridiculous, but I'll tell you this. I successfully managed to sneak in an entire thing of Little Caesar cheesy bread, eat it during the movies. Oh my God. It was kind of nasty. Well, it wasn't nasty. It was kind of like sorry, though, because it was kind of, since it was really hot and it was in a Ziploc bag, it kind of like the moisture, but that doesn't matter. And it was kind of mush too, because I had to squeeze it onto my back. So it's, The point is, we got it in, no hitches, boom, boom, pow, good stuff. After that, the movie is pretty good. Morbius was like a weird mix between the new Batmans and like a superhero movie where it's kind of dark and less superhero-y, but it's still a typical superhero movie where there's a bunch of cliches. But it was a fun watch, and it was a fun experience going with everyone. Anyway, the movie's done. We're going back home. A 45-minute drive back. We actually went to Walmart too. Oh yeah, I remember that. So we got back. I'm in the back. Same thing as driving there. Oh, we actually stopped and get Dairy Queen too. Whew. I killed myself. I shouldn't have ate so much. I spent a lot of money yesterday too. We get to Walmart back in our town. We go inside, and I'd like carry my camera around, and even I try and be sneaky where I like hold my camera like I'm walking, and I hold my camera down to my side and just like point it around. But people have like, I was asking my friend, I was like, why do you think all those people were staring at us? And he's like, it's probably because you got a camera, and probably also because one of our friends is Mexican. I was like, oh my God, you can't say that, but you might be right. Oh, and then we're also like, also probably because we looked like hoodlums, because we went in there like really close before they closed. So it's probably because we looked like hoodlums. I had a camera. By the way, I had to use the restroom, so I walked into the restroom with my camera on. I was like, wait. Like, before I turned the corner, I was like, wait. I can't do this. This is fucking illegal. So I quickly turned off my camera and walked to the restroom. I was like, I can't walk into the bathroom with a camera. It's like, that's a fast way to get sued or something. But yeah, no, I didn't do it, thank God. Anyway, after that, we drop everyone off. There's only like 4 of us now. We get home to his house. One of us leaves because he has work. And we start playing like board games. We play a lot of board games over there, which is sick. I love playing board games. And playing board games with them is always fun. I've learned that I'm a big fan of board games. So we did that for the rest of the night. We also went to Arby's late night. I took a lot of images, pictures, I guess. So I have some good pictures I want to post. It was a fun night. But it's, that was basically the night. That was my experience last night. But I guess I should get into the point of, let me switch the song. I love Beastie Boys, but sometimes Beastie Boys is hard to listen to while you're trying to talk. Minecraft music? Good. I can't lift that, whatever. So I want to get into my point of flesh versus internet and my experience. So my experience is this. I have a lot of fun on the internet. I feel like I connect with people sometimes, and I do have fun hanging out and playing games every now and then. But there is such a difference in hanging out with people in the flesh and blood, and like as a person to person doing stuff in real life versus talking online. There is so much less you get from being online. It's like you're eating watered down. It's like in real life, you're eating like, uh, you're like having some great ice cream, you know? And then online, it's like you're drinking like super melted, watered down, milky ice cream. Well, it's both kind of good, you know, still. Like it has an innate flavor. It's not good enough. So I think the point is, I think I've learned, and I think a lot of people need to. They might not be the same for everyone. Don't get me wrong, because It might sound like I'm an extrovert, but I'm a huge introvert. I'm a huge introvert that tries to pretend I'm an extrovert. But I've learned that doing this stuff in real life is so much more rewarding. Just being there with someone, having memories, just laughing out loud with people. There's so much more fun. So when you're on your computer, you're just so distant. It's like you're quite literally looking at someone through a screen, you know? Like you lose so much realness that it's not the same. And I have a lot of friends who talk about wanting to meet up in real life with like their other friends and stuff, me included. And like, but they never really do. And last night I was thinking about this. I was saying, I think if people started meeting up and start having friends in real life, I think a lot more people would lose interest in the internet. I think a lot of people would start leaving the internet behind. Like, for example, in my friend group, we have one friend who does a lot of stuff in real life with a lot of his real friends, and he's not online very much. Then everyone else who doesn't do a lot of stuff in real life with their real friends are online all the time. I feel like that's a bit of a sign, you know? Like, and like now that I have a lot of friends in real life, at least for Sundays, I'm wanting to be online less and less. I feel like it's a thing. Once you start experiencing things in the flesh, you start understanding how fickle and how, you know, how meaningless a lot of the internet stuff feels like. It doesn't feel like it's worth your time, you know? At this point, I'd rather drive out and meet a lot of my online friends and hang out with them than I would want to talk to them online. That being said, I was invited by one of my friends, the friend I was talking about, just so you know, who has a bunch of like real life friends he does stuff with, to meet him in Atlanta this week. It's like a 5-hour drive for me, so I think I'm gonna go down and meet him in Atlanta. It's only be like a day, but I think I'm gonna go down for a day in Atlanta, even though it's gonna cost me a shit ton to drive down there. Cost me a shit ton. I think I'm gonna drive down there though and meet him. I also have to buy TADs because my TADs are expired. I think I talked about this, but my car TADs are expired, so I have to buy those tomorrow or the next day. And I also need to get an updated insurance card. Because my insurance, while I am insured, my insurance card is, like, that's in my car, is like a year old. So if I get pulled over, they might be like, this is kind of weird. But I am insured though, so it wouldn't really matter. But that'll be fun. I'm pretty sure I will go do that. I think it'd be worth the experience, you know. And I think it would help me even more so in leaving the internet a little bit. But it's really late. I'm past my bedtime. I didn't really do any exercise today. I think Monday is going to become my kind of day off, my like break day, just due to the nature of it. Because on Sundays I stay up pretty late with my friends and get home late. If not, staying over there. So I feel like Mondays are a good day to be like, okay, this is time to relax, because I'm not really in the right position to start doing stuff. That being said, today I actually didn't get a lot of work done. I finished editing a video. I'm not going to talk about what the video is, nor will anyone see it, I don't think, anytime soon. But I made a video for my own reasons. And I finally finished editing it today. I've been editing it for the last few days, which is great. And I think, I didn't write in my journal today. It's too late. I'm not going to write in my journal tonight. It's too late. I'll stay up all freaking night if I want to do that. I'll just make up for it tomorrow by writing more. And I'm making this tonight, so that's kind of worth it. I have D&D in the morning at 11 tomorrow. I have D&D, which I have to do a little bit of work for that, not much, but that'll be fun. And after that, I have a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow. I need to wake up early so I can go do my exercise, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I have nothing else to talk about. I've talked for a long time today. I really have. I've talked for a long time, which is nice though. You know, I didn't really talk about anything negative, not much at least. It's nice to sit down and talk a lot about just what happened, you know, just what your day was like. But let me tell you, I love Sundays. Sundays are now my favorite day of the week. I can't imagine how good it'd be if I was religious. God, if I was also in like a God worshiper, Sundays would actually be the best day ever. All right, thank you very much for listening. Thank you to myself as well for talking. Until tomorrow, I suppose. Goodbye.